Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name is Michelle Edhouse and today I'm playing with colours. Now if you've watched my last two videos, my live and my last one, I've been exploring this deep turquoise colour and really loving it. Now, one of the questions in the live chat was, how do you make sure you don't make grey? And one of the suggestions I made on the chat was just mix the colours together on your hand that you're looking to use and see what they make with each other. Another option is to do what I'm going to do here and just do a test on a tile. This tile has been used time and time again, washed off, peeled off. The peelings have been used in jewellery, but just explore your colours. So I am going to be using that turquoise. I'm also going to be using this orange, which is rather thick. I need to water that down. This is one I made using lime yellow and crimson red, and it's definitely got that crimson red hue to it, and but it's also almost a peachy color. I'm intrigued to see. I haven't actually used this one yet, and orange and teal are basically opposite each other on the colour wheel, which tends to say they're going to make brown. That's better. Now so just search for colour wheel on the internet and see what it comes up with. It'll come up with a picture, and pretty much if the two colours that are opposite each other on the colour wheel, if you mix those together, you'll get brown. So orange and teal, turquoise are opposite each other. So I'm going to see what we get. But I also want to see what happens when they get mixed with other colours as well. So I'm going to add some white, and I'm going to add some grass green. Oh no, I'm not going to do grass green and deep turquoise. No, they just sing vomit. Let's go with ultramarine instead. Another really cool method that I use a lot is to follow your knowing. So just go, I'm going to choose this, and see what reaction you get. What does your body do? Like literally when I said it sings a vomit, that was the response my body gave me to putting those colours together. So I went, oh right, okay, no. So just follow your awareness of what you know. And hey, you know, when you're doing it on a tile like this, the only thing you're wasting, if you're going to be looking at wasting stuff, is a bit of paint. And but wasting a little bit of paint on a tile compared to wasting an expensive canvas or something like that, there's not much ultramarine left in there either. It's a big difference, really. Give it a bit more white in there. So the turquoise has a little bit of silicone in it. I don't think anything else does. So this is really just a playing with colours. And the other thing to bear in mind when you are looking at your colours and how they interact with each other is to look at how runny your paint is. The thicker your paint, the less the colours are going to mingle together. The runnier your paint, the more it's going to thing. So it's a bit of a play game when it comes to this. And please, please, please be willing to play. Be willing to, in this reality's point of view, fail. It's never a failure, guys. Never, ever, 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 ever a failure. It's always a learning experience. It's only ever a failure if you've decided it's a failure. So I'm going to do a pour. And just tilt it around. Like, I mean, you can see by the way I'm doing this that it is not, I'm not planning on this being something amazing. I want to see what the colours do. And there's, because the other thing that you're also looking at when you're doing tests like this is, does the colour sink as it dries? As you can see, there's a lot of that turquoise on the top there. So is that going to then sink down? How heavy is it? In other words, I'm not one for writing down the results of my tests. I would make a very terrible scientist. But it does pay just to at least mentally make a note. What did that do? How did that react with that colour? Did it sink? Did it float? All those sorts of questions. Because questions empower. Answers take away your questioning. Oops. So the more you're willing to play, more you're willing to experiment, the more awareness you're going to get. And because this is a tile and I'm planning on ripping it off, washing it off, whatever I'm choosing to do. I'm not going to wash it off because I'm going to let it dry because I want to know what happens as it dries with the sink and float scenario. Nearly there. The other way to test the sink and float is with a what's that word? Swipe. That's the word. A swipe. Now I quite like this piece here. This looks quite cool. This on the other hand looks quite hideous. So I always have a box of tissues next to me just so that I can wipe the excess paint off. So talking of sweeping, let's see what happens when you sweep. And it's really quite rewarding at times, just to give yourself permission to not try and make a masterpiece. You know, it's one of those things where so often we are trying desperately to get a result, trying desperately to create something that you can show the world, and it's quite relaxing sometimes just to go, I don't care what happens, I'm just gonna play, gonna have some fun. And the swipe technique is also really good for working out what colours it's going to create. I like that. Kind of looks like a plant now. As I said, there's very little silicone in most of the paint. So I'm going to let that dry. I just want one more little swipe across here, because then it really does make it plant-like. Oh, now I'm getting creative. This is Sparked Medusas. Just gonna drip some gold. Up the center of that leaf. And then grab no, I need something a little bit different. Oh, look. Oh, that's cute. I like that. This almost looks like the ocean. Alright guys, let's bring this up so you can see it. There's little doubles of gold. I've pulled it through and it looks like a flower or row of love hearts or whatever you want to call it. But check out the difference in the colours where I've smeared it. You've got that orange and the blue and the turquoise. Just all coming together. Here I am saying, I'm not making a masterpiece. And I love it. I think it's cool. There we go. Maybe this is the one that I'm going to end up making a frame for. I've been looking at ways to make frames for tiles on my DIY channel. And I think that one might be a keeper, ladies and gentlemen. Start out as a play, and who knows where it could be. What the painting may have a completely different point of view to you. How cool is that? Alright, I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing what those colours do to each other as they dry. So I will be back once it is dry, and we can explore that together. In 3, 2, 1. Yes, yes I do. Yes, I do indeed. I like it, I like it. I still like it. It so looks like reeds beside the sea with some weird thing happening in the sky. I really like this. I know I said I was just testing colours or what they did to each other, but I'm definitely keeping this, and I'm going to figure out a way of mounting tiles, build a building a frame for them or something so that they can be hung, because they're just so cool. And in our style of painting, they are so easy to wash off if you don't like. So yeah, I will be keeping this one to use. Look at that. It's just got so many different levels and layers and dimension in it. It's cool. I love it. Love it, love it. And that cell in there. Let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. A few cells that are still in the background are funky and cool. I like it. And look, that looks like a sky, back, sea, water type. Yep. Like it, like it, like it a lot. Yay. Super excited. My brain is going wild on designing. Should I do a shadow box? Should I do a frame for it? How can I... What does this desire to be? How does it desire to be? So what do you know? What would you recommend as a framing situation for this tile? I'll be making it myself, the making of it will be over on my DIY channel. Check the link in the description if you're interested. I'm doing all sorts of things over there, but there will be a lot of framing or stuff like that. My how to cut a circle in MDF for painting on video is already up, and yeah, only one a week in that channel though. You guys keep me busy as it is. Alright, so thank you for watching. I adore you, and I will see you again really soon. Have fun and come join us in the Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. What else is possible when we play together? Bye bye!